1, 2, 3. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And I did scam somebody.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I did scam somebody.
Let's go. Hey, yo, let's go.
Me will mash you up. Me broke up your little blood clot maga body.
White people are not the problem. White people are not the problem. White people are not the problem.
Me will mash you up. Me broke up your little blood clot maga body.
I think I'd rather listen to a toilet flush than listen to rap music.
Come on, man.
Check, check.
All my money is
let me answer that. Let me tell you.
Check, check. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? 1, 2, check, 1, 2. Check, check. Yo, this the real deal. Let's go. Yes, sir. This the real deal.
Let's go. Talk about.
I said the feds is watching, informing, plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing this frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50, they thought they catch me in Cali. Smack me up with some charges. If I was 25, I probably would've stuffed them up regardless. On the run from the feds, because that boy is a fed. If it was back in the day, I put a price on his head. You wanna swing on the guard, you little swindling fraud. With the feds on the block, the roof, and in the car. Nah, I'm a little smarter, I live to fight tomorrow. I refuse to let you leave me to slaughter, you little punk. I got children to raise, I got people to uplift. Your intentions is to enslave my people in grift, and at the same time snitch on anybody suspicious. You're a government witness and they just changed your name, gave you a new identity, location, and fame. But we know who you are, you can't hide no more. Marcus, it's coming to light what you done did in the darkness. Been an agent for years, yeah, back in 91 you infiltrated the rap game. It's Cosmo Flex, your job is done. The feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. The feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. Cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like watching. They say I'm trolling like 50. And now the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me, cause I'm exposing these frauds. They say I'm trolling like 50. I got the heart of Muhammad and the wisdom of Ali. I never say why me, instead I say why you. Didn't heed the warning, you know how I do. Destroy them devils.
What up, Booty Tang?
I'm the manifest of God. Start pressing it on and use a Twitter revolutionary way to get hacked. I say I got smacked, sitting in front of your compact. I'm boots on the ground, 10 toes down out west. I could've called up my people and pulled up to your rest. In your gated community is your federal prison. Don't think that we don't know how you really living. We got you. Sit the feds watching, informing, plotting to get me. I said the feds is watching, informants plotting to get me. I said they plotting to get me. I said they plotting to get me.
all my money is
Let me answer that. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you what I do, fam.
Check 1, 2.
What up, King Smoker? Kombucha on deck. Kombucha on deck.
And you need to stop before someone catch you on the block and cock it, or catch you at your
Kombucha
lecture and
on deck.
rock and knocking. Yeah, man, and me, cause I'm exposed to your robbing.
Let's toast
See, I
up.
used to be a robber, I was robbing the thugs, and the Asians in the hood selling nasty grub. I was
Kombucha
only
on deck.
17
Toast
and I
up.
didn't know better. Put them things in their face and said, give me the cheddar. But it really amazed me.
They gon' sponsor me.
People will use the things
I'm
that
gonna
would
make them
annoy you
sponsor
to
me.
rob our people like Bob.
We gonna blow Hex Kombucha
Take
up.
your money and then they gone.
This is
True
local
celebration
kombucha.
ride.
They gonna sponsor me.
Screams of unity. Blame the European, but
Hey.
look what you do to me. Got me thinking we gon' overcome, but when you cut your camera off, you really one of them. You gon' have to watch it back for the rest of your life. I know good and well you can't sleep at night. You done robbed everybody from the hood to the burbs.
Man, y'all gonna have to start getting some Moorish World TV cups, man. We gotta raise money.
It's you're the real enemy. You've been lying to the people fat in your pockets.
You ain't
nothing but an internet.
We gonna put a Hex on
You
them.
gonna have to watch
We
it
drinking
back
Hex
for the rest
kombucha.
of
We
your
gonna put
life.
Hex
I know
on 'em.
good and well you can't sleep at night. You
Yes,
done robbed
indeed.
everybody from the hood to the burbs with your unks, your crystals, your books and herbs.
Now they calling me out cause I revealed the scam. They'll shake your hand, still grip your fan and say Hotep, peace, black power, shalom. Assalamu alaikum.
Praise the Lord in Islam.
But at the same time they plot to get in your pocket.
They were white label sunglasses, cups and watches.
Oh yeah, we turned up now. We already got 100 people in the building, but we ain't got 100 thumbs up yet.
You ain't noticed since you met them, you slipping in life.
Yeah.
Life and it just ain't right.
What up, Raphael? Oh, we gonna talk about it tonight.
Moorish
World TV cracks the code. That's right. Moorish World TV cracks the code. Let's
We
go.
on a museum club in the internet mall, selling deodorant. And
Hurry up and buy.
He don't really care if you're broke.
Abu
or die.
X.
You just acting like you don't care either.
This is pure
You
evil.
gon' have to watch it back for the rest of your life. I know
Huh.
good and well you can't sleep at night. You done
How y'all
robbed
feel
everybody
today?
From the hood to the burbs.
Man, we gonna talk about it tonight, man.
Your books, your herbs.
Man, I don't even care. It's kamikaze bait, man.
The fact of the
It's
matter is
kamikaze
you're the
bait,
real
man.
enemy. You've been lying
I
to
don't
the
even
people
care.
in your pockets. You ain't
I don't do
nothing
this
but
for
an
money.
internet prophet. You gonna have to watch it
Hey,
back for
family.
the rest of your life. I know good and well.
Oh, we
you
gonna
can't
talk
sleep
about
at
this
night.
tonight.
You done
I
robbed
don't do this
everybody
for
from
money,
the hood
so
to
it
the
don't matter
burbs
to
with
me.
your unks, your
It's
crystals,
kamikaze
your
bait.
books and herbs. You gonna have to
You
watch it
heard?
back for the rest of your life. I know.
That's
good
right.
and well, you can't sleep at night. Come on. You done robbed
Oh,
everybody
my
from the hood
goodness,
to the
man.
burbs with your unks, your
We gonna play
crystals,
some
your
chest
books
up
and
in this
herbs
demonstration.
against everybody that is white supremacy. The fact
Man,
of the
it's so many
matter
people
is
are
you're
so
the real
funny to
enemy.
me, man.
You've been lying to the people fat in your pockets.
Man,
You're nothing but
listen,
an
man.
internet prophet.
Man, let me just start off by saying thank you for joining me tonight, man. It's so funny to me. I'm watching the comment section, right, about when I went live from the courthouse. Man, our people are so squeamish about nothing. You understand what I'm saying, man? What happened to our strong people? What happened to our intellectual giants that could see through fraud, misinformation, disinformation, and misappropriation of influence? What happened to our people, man? Can somebody help me out? Can somebody help me out? What in the world happened to us as a people? Somebody said, oh man, look at you, looking over your shoulders. You don't know me at all. You don't know what I'm looking for. You don't know what I'm looking at. But I might have to change the date. I was going to say Monday night. I'll tell you all about that. I will tell you all about that. You know I got a live stream coming. It's a pay-per-view live stream, and I'm going to try to make sure that all the citizens have a copy to it. Because listen, our people are so crazy. We are so crazy. We gone, man. Gone. So I'm doing a pay-per-view live stream to go into behind the scenes. I don't want to talk about it now because I want some of it to be a surprise. To go into behind the scenes of what happened from February till now. So somebody said he's going to do a live stream of what's public information. I said, goofball. The public know everything about me? Are you serious? Goofball. And anyway, this is for those who support. So let me put a disclaimer. This stream is for the supporters and those who are interested in what has been going on in the past 9 months. And it's also for the nosy people that are curious about what's going on. And it's also for the undecided that are on the fence and want to know what's really going on. Listen, family, we living in a world today. Thank you, Ogo. We living in a world today that we are being manipulated at an alarming rate. We have been being manipulated at an alarming rate. You understand what I'm talking about? At an alarming rate. And with that being said, hey, y'all with me? Press 7 if y'all with me. Are y'all with me? Because we're about to turn it up just a little bit. Are y'all with me? Listen, family, we have watched so much YouTube. We have ingested so much foolishness that a presentation like a Tahaka Bay show, Moorish World TV, they think it's a game. They think it's a game. They think this is really, they don't even think this is checkers. They think this is Connect 4. You understand what I'm saying? They thinking we just dropping little chips into the little square box. This is Chinese checkers over here. This is chess mixed with Chinese checkers. This called Chinese cheskers. Listen to me, family. I might delay the stream. So within this section right here, there is a link for the live stream. Now, I'm going to tell you, family, I need you to be patient with me. This is for those who are supporters. This is for those who are supporters and those who want to see justice. Listen, I was going to do it Monday, but I think it's going to change because I got to get a few more bombs for you. And I don't know if I'll be able to have it by Monday. But I got to get you a few more bombs. And this bomb that I'm about to get you, I'm telling you, listen, hold on. We ain't gonna start the show yet. Yeah, this is Chinese checkers. Listen, what I'm gonna do on Monday. What I was going to do on Monday, I think I got to just push it back a little bit, maybe till Wednesday, or Thursday, But family, you will be pleasantly not only surprised, but you're going to be like, okay. Now, let me just get one more. I got to get a little bit warmed up. Thank you, DJ Airman, my man. Hey, DJ Airman. Oh, my goodness. What I am going to produce really soon, I'll give you a hint. I'm going to give you a hint. You follow what I'm saying? I want to thank my friend, my brother DJ Airman, for all of his support. He's been an avid supporter. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bring him on the show soon to talk about what he does as it relates to make passive income, and he's going to teach us all a little something. If he tell me it's go time, then it's go time. You know what I mean? But with that being said, I want to thank my bro. I just got to shine a light on him. I haven't seen him in the chat till a few days, so I'm going to shine a light on him. That's right, DJ Airman. Thank you so much. That's right. Hey, we gonna give Moochie Bear some new padding on the bottom of his feet. so we can walk and go and do more research. Thank you, DJ Airman. But listen, family. So DJ Airman, now you know when you give me the go time, you gotta come to the show. And you know what I'm talking about. A lot of people been talking slick and talking crazy. So talking about passive income, I'm waiting on you. But with that being said, family, I'm telling you, listen, I have not disappointed yet. So when someone said, are you begging? Because I'm doing a little pay-per-view joint, right? Someone said, are you begging? Right? With that being said, right, I try to give something to someone that believes that not only it might be valuable, but just because they want to support. I mean, it's not begging. That's different. Just because they want to support. And the bigger picture is what I'm going to talk about tonight, cracking the code, the bigger picture. But with that being said, for those who are supporters, I have not and I will not let you down. For all those that have supported, right? when I said that I was going to LA to file a defamation lawsuit. And if anybody made a contribution, whether it was $1 or $5, did I go file the lawsuit? Press 7 if I filed the lawsuit. Now, it's been since February, and people said, man, he ain't got no lawsuit. So now I say, okay, the haters were saying I didn't have one. I said, okay. I wish you had a Venmo account. I do got one. I'm gonna have all the accounts ready. So if I didn't, 1 second. Good night. No, you can't. He didn't came down here. Much. You can't make no noise because it's getting late and Mama gonna get up on. You want to say hi to the people real quick? It's Saturday. Come on, you can say hi. Come here, say hi. Say Islam.
Islam.
They can't see.
Islam.
Say welcome to Moorish World TV.
Welcome to Moorish World TV.
Moorish World TV.
Moorish World TV.
It ain't no Moorish Maryland, bro. Hey, do me a favor. You know what I like to do? I love to do this, and it's good practice, too. Can you, now you said you wanted to do it the other day, and I got busy, and we couldn't practice. Can you name your states? And you got to speak clearly. I mean, tell everybody what your birthday is. You just tell them.
December the 8th.
But
and my birthday was last night.
Can you tell them what you got? What you get for your birthday?
A Nintendo Switch.
That's all you know is the
box that has stories.
A story box.
Yeah, a story box. And I got some books.
Okay. Books and story box and everything. All right, hold up, because I got to get back to the show. How old are you?
5.
All right. Now I need you to name all of your states for the people in alphabetical order, and then you got to sit over there.
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming.
Tell me you love me in sign language. What this mean?
Dad.
What if you want something to eat?
You say please, like.
No.
Say
if
sorry.
If you say sign language, if you want something to eat, is it? Oh. And this is Dad. What is Mom? This is Mom. All right, come on. Let me stop my show here, man. I gotta go. You doing too much. You gonna try.
Mommy keep waking up because.
All right, come on. Let me do my show.
Baby's doing stuff.
All right, wake up. Yeah. You go to steal my show like Taji. Taji used to steal my show too. Anyway, family. That's them children. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, family, I'm going to tell you this. Oh, Taji 13 now. Taji got his own little world going on. I might bring him on tomorrow. Taji got his own world going on. But with that being said, you can't talk. Or I got to put you out.
Is Mommy upstairs?
Yeah. You gotta be quiet. I gotta focus. I gotta put you out. If you can't be, I gotta focus. This is the real deal. This is the Moorish World TV citizens. All right. So peace. Peace. Turn that down. Because it's bleeding. You got to turn it down. All right, there you go. And that's the rules. I got to put you out. I put you out. Yeah, I put you on out there. I don't care how smart you is. You get up out there. You know what I mean? Because you infiltrating. You infiltrating anyway. So I got to... I kind of lost my thought, right? I kind of lost my thought. But the point that I was making is, I think I was at the part where I said, I haven't let you down. You understand what I'm saying? I haven't let you down, and I haven't done anything outside of the scope what I said I was going to do to date. Many of those detractors and haters, they would say, oh, the case is gone. Ain't no case. Whatever. So recently, I went to court, and I want to give everybody the update on that. You know what I'm saying? But, in between this past Friday, all the way up to February, there is a blank area. I haven't mentioned anything about the case, but this one here is going to, it's going to be serious. You know what I mean? Hey, somebody said I didn't know anything at 5. I know. I don't know what's up with these 5-year-olds. They learn real quick this time. But anyway, let's start the show.
I think I'd rather listen to a toilet flush than listen to rap
Yes,
music.
indeed.
You can't understand what they're saying.
I'm ready, fam.
Sounds like oobity,
Y'all
ibbity,
ready?
obbity, oobity, ibbity. Sing slower so I can understand.
Welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. Hey, I'm your host, Brother Dogger Bay.
You ready? You ready? I'm
Yes,
ready.
indeed.
I'm ready. You
Hey.
ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. They ain't no move makers. They ain't no uplifters. They acting like they shifters. They ain't nothing but some grifters. We about to call them out. We know what they all about. Acting like they love the people taking food out their mouth. They keep a fresh scam. I keep a fresh show. They think that people slow, but I'm here to let them know. They out to get you. All these devils and these witches. They blending witches brew. Cooking CMOS in the kitchen. We gotta stop them now. Ain't no waiting till tomorrow. Holy God, we waiting on is us. Calling out the frauds. They think they Falcon Haru. I call them jive turkeys. And when I expose them frauds, then they try to hurt me. Hey, and then they try to hurt me. Hey, and then they try to hurt me. Huh? And then they try to hurt me. Oh yeah, and then they try to hurt me.
Welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. I'm your host, Brother Dogger Bay, and we're about to go in. So I don't know if you're going to be able to handle it or not, but if you are, strap up. Put on your seatbelt. Put on your seatbelt. Let me thank Charles Douglas. Let me thank Black Girls Reed, Demetrius, Cryptonomics, Abu X, and all the mods. We're about to turn it up. I'm about to break it down. We're about to get into some teaching real quick. You follow me? Check 1, 2.
It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard.
Yeah.
It's time to expose the frauds.
Yeah.
It's time for us to go hard.
Yeah.
It's time to expose the frauds.
What?
It's time for us to go hard.
Yeah.
It's time to expose the frauds.
Yeah.
It's time for us to go hard. First of all, let me welcome y'all to Moorish World TV. Come on, it's time to go. Ain't nobody gonna deceive me. Deceive who? Deceive you. Never on my watch. It's time to go pull out the pot, turn up the heat. Let's make it hot. Don't be tripping on them frauds when you're rolling with the guard. May Crip, Sonny, Boxing, Abu X, and Sean, Yasmin, and the Queen got Sean from the Shy. Candy Chamber, it's
Just please, Sean for the Shy.
Anybody, they can get it if they gripping on the fam. Moorish World TV, investigating all scams. Gon' check my record, and please don't front. Come on, keep it a buck. I ain't been wrong once. From Sinetta and Polite, and Tatar, Tariq, Bay, Malik, Zulu, Shabazz, and Grandmaster J. Word to God to all the frauds. I brought them to their knees, but they ain't nothing. Watch how I do to Tariq, Allah, Nasheed. Welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. I'm your host, Brother Tahaka Bay. Let's get on these frauds' neck, and let's shut them down. Let's go. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. That's right, let everybody know what's going down. Moorish World TV, we gon' shut it down. Share this
Yes,
to these
indeed.
platforms. Thumbs up. The show starts now. Let's get it.
So, family, what we're gonna do is talk about tonight. We're gonna have a decent educational class tonight, and what I mean, what I mean about I cracked the code, family. We have never witnessed. What I'm saying is this. I want you to walk with me real quick, family. We have never witnessed. Listen to me. We have never witnessed exposing Coel Pro, because that is off the table as we knew it or read about it from the 60s. But we have never seen in real time exposing a secret operation targeting us. Can anybody tell me in history? Let me tell you something, family. I know people think this is just another YouTube show. I know people think, oh, he just clout chasing. I know people say, family, if you are wrong and I am right, this will be the first time in history that you will ever see in real time how the operation works to neutralize us as a people as it relates to influence. Everyone is influenced right now by the medium of social media. You understand what I'm saying? This will be the first time in history. And someone say NFAC and GMJ, we not finished with that yet. We still got more stuff for NFC and Grandmaster J. I'm still researching that. I'm still researching Grandmaster J and NFAC as we speak. You hear what I say? There is a to be continued to that story. Not done yet. Not done yet. But what I'm telling you, there is and will be a continued unfoldment of how this operation works. Family, listen. Many moves that you may see, I know people think it's just random. It's just, okay, this is going too much. This is, no. We have to see things in real time in order to understand it. We got to see it in real time in order to understand it. And many times we never get to the point where it goes full circle and we actually see it. But let me tell you what happens now. Let me tell you what happens now. When something gets to the point where it goes to court, one way or the other, there's a road to what is called interrogatories. Do anybody know what an interrogatory is? Press 7 if you know what an interrogatory is. Do anybody know? Press 7. Press 7, do you know what an interrogatory is? The moment that, see, man, listen, the moment that something goes in the front of the court, there's something that's called an interrogatory. And if those who know what that is, that means you can't hide nothing. This is chess. This is Chinese checkers and chess mixed. You can't hide nothing. I will be the JC, the sacrificial lamb, if you will. But my blood ain't going on no altar. Listen, family, you got to understand how the game is played. Nobody else want to take it this far. We just want to sit back and then let it go away. We want to sit back and say, well, you know, it ain't that serious. No, it is that serious. Because throughout the last 100-some years, the only thing that we have not addressed is the fox in the hen house. We have always talked about white supremacy. We have always talked about the white man. We have always talked about the system, but we have never addressed the fox in the hen house, the one that looked like you. When have we ever addressed the fox? And this is why they keep showing their head. This is how they keep on getting away with it, because no one, and I mean no one, has ever addressed the fox in the hen house. And until we start to address the fox in the hen house, the infiltration will always happen. We already know what the European gonna do. He been doing it for 2,000 years, for God's sake. We already know what the white supremacist gonna do. He been doing it for 2,000 plus years. We already know. We know the potential of what those who will sell out will do, but we never call them out. We too busy begging for some fake unity with someone who's not even in the same energy pattern as you, not even in the same energy lane as you. I'm not of the thought. See, I'm different. I guess I'm a little bit different. I'm not of the thought that quote unquote black people are all going to come together and unite. I'm not of that thought. And don't get me mixed up with that. I'm of the thought that we are going to unify with like minds, intelligent minds, and those who seek to be intelligent will come together with intelligent minds. I'm not of the thought that we all going to come together. So you can't fool me with that. Black people got to get along. Moors need to get along. Hebrews, we got to get along. I'm not with none of that because I don't believe it. That is a hocus pocus Masonic trick. People on the continent of Africa, if you are descendants from the inhabitants of Africa, none of them always got along. The indigenous American Indian, as they like to call them, aboriginals, none of them always got along. I'm not of that thought. So I'm able to decipher who's who by one, what they say out their mouth, by two, how they move, by three, the deeds that come with their actions. I'm able to decipher that. And it doesn't make me a difference. This is just a podcast. This is just a podcast. But guess what? This podcast here can reach thousands and hopefully one day millions to have people critically thinking, to wondering if that person beside them is really about what they are about. Because this is the same thing that got Malcolm clipped. His security, his top security was a police officer, undercover. The security is said to, the police is said to, the informant is said to, when Malcolm got shot and he got mouth-to-mouth resuscitation from this informant, it said that the informant suffocated him as opposed to trying to revive him. Now listen, family, I know we are geniuses. I know we are amazingly smart and intelligent. But you mean a giant like Malcolm X could not detect someone that was beside him protecting his life as an informant? And we think that we can detect it on the internet without critical analysis, research? You really, Malcolm X, man, we look at Malcolm X as a giant in our community. And he was unable to detect the person that was guarding him from the killer. And he was a part of the team of the killers. And you mean tell me we're so smart now that we can detect the manipulation and the disinformation? This is why I tell everybody, this is why I love transparency. When somebody doubt me, I say, come on the show and ask me anything. I say, come and ask me anything. When I was accused of being a registered sex offender, I did a whole show going to the website You understand what I'm saying? I did a whole show going to the website, showing people how to go to the website. The guy, hold up. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you something real quick. The guy, let me show you something. This is how this song got popular. Y'all remember this song? Let me throw it up here real quick. Let me show you something.
He said he's to Harker Bay? Toronto Johnson? I'll call for a Moorish court on brother Toronto Johnson. And anybody who's riding with him.
This guy here called my name Toronto Johnson as if I was hiding from my own name. I thought it was a fascinating drop for a song. I like that. Let's use that. You understand what I'm saying? I love transparency. Because if I'm transparent, that means that you can take me serious. I love it. I love transparency. So the guy does the video and says, oh, Toronto Johnson, yeah. Anybody with good common sense know good and well mama ain't named me no Tahaka. Anybody with good common sense would know that. I'm blessed that mama named me Toronto, which is an indigenous name from the Iroquois tribe here in Americas, from the Confederacy of the Iroquois tribes. Man, I'm blessed to have that. But this guy thought he was doing something. I'm like, man, that's cool. Now, you take somebody else and says, who are you? And they run from it. And nobody cares. You got channels out here that never show their face. Nobody cares. But then say crazy stuff to me. I show my face every day. I move freely every single day. Ain't nothing but love in this city and wherever I go. So the little few trolls don't never bother me. But the point that I'm making is we don't question nothing. And one refuses to answer questions of who they're trying to persuade or try to get something out of. They feel as though they're not responsible to them. They feel as though that they don't owe no explanation of who they are, where they come from. And they can get away with it. This is the disheartening part. Everybody wants to be free. Financially free, economic slavery is big right now. Everybody wants to be free. But no one wants to do what it takes to be free. Talking about building this and building that. That ain't gonna free you. Fake arguments about reparations. That ain't gonna free you. What's gonna free you is having the aptitude to do for you. That's the only sure way to freedom. You understand what I'm saying? The only sure way to freedom, the only sure way is you organize, you get a shovel in your hand, you get some land, you get into industry, and you do for you. That's the only sure way to freedom. There is no other sure way to freedom. And if you have a system together that can go from generation to generation, it's guaranteed freedom. Because it might not happen in one lifetime. All that other stuff is fluff and hustle. All that other stuff is fluff and hustle. That's it. People mad at me because I am hurting their bottom line. All they got to do is prove me wrong and shut me up. Wouldn't it be easier? I did 100-some videos on quite a few people that I've researched. Wouldn't it be smarter to prove me wrong and just shut me up? Wouldn't that be easier? Wouldn't it be easier just do a video, say this is what he said and this is the truth. This is what he said and this is the truth. This is what he said. He's just a liar. This is what he said and this is the truth. This is who he say I am. This is who I am. Wouldn't that be easier? That'd be much simpler. Spending thousands of dollars on lawyer after lawyer, trying all these legal tactics. Spending thousands of dollars on planes and wouldn't it be easier? Oh, but if it's not your money, it don't make a difference anyway, I would imagine. It don't make a difference to me. I'm doing everything pro se right now. Y'all know what pro se mean, right? I'm doing everything pro se, hiring somebody who know how to move legal and putting it together and paying them. You know what I'm saying? So it's costing some money, but it definitely ain't costing what it's costing now. It's definitely, and guess what? Let me show you tonight how Coel Pro work. One of the things that they do or that they have done back in the day is just what I just explained to you. Follow what I'm saying? One of the things, legal harassment, spurious criminal charges. This is a layout of how Coel Pro back in the day can be detected. And civil lawsuits are used to distract and neutralize movements. They may or may not be directly related to the frontline activities. These matters rarely make it to trial, but are a constant stream of summons, subpoenas, depositions, interviews, and cause mental breakdown. You understand what I'm saying? So me understanding what I'm involved in, I already understand that I may be hit with summons. I may be hit with subpoenas. I may be hit with depositions. I may be hit with interviews and trying to cause a mental breakdown, but I'm not invested in this emotionally. So you got the wrong one, baby. But I understand these tactics. And I'm fortified. I'm ready to go the distance. I'm fortified. You understand what I'm saying? But this is one of the tactics. You follow me? This is one of the tactics. This is why we hear someone say that, yeah, I'm putting charges on all these mother effers. Anybody remember that? That's right, I'm putting charges on all these mother effers. I'm putting cases on all these mother effers. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember that? What I'm trying to tell you here, this is classic. This is classic example of what the description to look for when one is playing them games. Classic example. Let me. You follow me? Now, watch this. I want to share a few things with you, right? I want to share a few things with you. Let's look at these tactics. And if you can understand these tactics, right? If you can understand these tactics, then you would know how to counter them. Do we have any activists in the building? Press 7 if you're an activist of some sort. Because if you're an activist, this is important to you. I mean, press 7 if you're an activist of some sort. Because these things, they are now remixed. And you need to know what you're looking for. What they did in the 70s is not necessarily what they're doing now. It's remixed a little bit. And I'm going to show you how it's remixed. So if you're an activist, you should be paying attention. If you got aspirations of helping people, of inspiring people, you should be paying attention. Because it's all remixed now. It's the same soup warmed over, just added a bit more spices to it. That's it. Let me show you. One of the things that we got to pay attention to is this. But now, transparency changes all of this. Everybody know that I am not fond of Michi X. But do I think Michi X is them people's agent? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. One thing about Meechie X, she make wrong decisions, but she is transparent. I mean, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I cannot, and I will not. Do I disagree with her a lot? Absolutely. But is she them folk? Nah. And I'm about to show a little slide real quick. Yvette Cornell. Do I think she's doing bidding for Trump? Of course I do. Of course I do. For the right wing? Of course I do. Do I think she's an agent? Nah. Do I think she's an agent? What I mean doing the bidding, it means somebody might be greasing your palms, possibly. Maybe. But that's my opinion. But are you a full-blown agent? Nah. I don't see that. And that's where the lines get blurry when someone be talking and someone says that you're an agent for somebody and people thinking like FBI agent and this, that, and the thing. Nobody talking about that. It means that you're maybe willingly or unwillingly, knowingly or unknowingly doing the bidding for somebody and getting some palms greased. You know what I'm saying? So I want to share this with you. That's why transparency is so important. Because one of the tactics that you must pay attention to is disruption of influence. So at one stage, the Hoteppers was called Dusty Hoteppers. You understand what I'm saying? Dusty Hoteppers. At one time, they was called Dusty Hoteppers when my man was being a pimp. When it was pimp time, they were Dusty Hoteppers. But when it was time to reassume a new character, now you become the Hotepper. In all intents and purposes. So one of the tactics is infiltration, but it's flipped today. Infiltration, most infiltrators are out to gather information. I keep telling you, one part of this operation is to gain information. But they can also attempt to disrupt, sabotage organization. Family, what happened to the potential of the conscious community? Everybody was watching Dr. Phil. Everybody was watching Bobby Hemmett. There was difference of opinions being spewed, but let me tell you, there was sincere people standing out there. And then the clowns came in, and then the weird stage acts came in. And then the next thing, it made room for another character. It made room for a pimp to become a civilizer. It opened the door for that. But this is a part of the operation. Most infiltration are out to gather information, but they can also attempt to disrupt or sabotage organization. Beware of people who cause a scene. Take up too much space, or ask inappropriate questions. If anybody ever seen the Tax Tone video, you would know what I'm talking about. What gang was you in? How long you was a gang? I want to make a movie about gangs. Tax Stone was like, nah, gangs are stupid. He was like, gangs are stupid. It says, watch for people who disappear and reappear with little or no explanation. Ask people questions. Where are you from? This is the part that we fail to do as a people. Where are you from? How did you hear about us? Who invited you? Why are you here? If Yvette Cornell would have asked that question, I guarantee you, within the body of one of those answers, a red flag would have came up. I guarantee you. From the gate, it would have came up. And then it says, a genuine person should have quick and easy answers to these questions. So the whole thing in a nutshell is to disrupt influence and capture the influence and then run with it and redirect the people after you gather information and continue to gather information, because now you have the energy of the people following misinformation and disinformation and weak missions like reparations. And when I say weak missions, I'm not saying the reformation argument is weak. I'm saying that the argument that people put forth to obtain reparations is weak. You understand what I'm saying? But all of this is what's happening right now. But nobody cares. Nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. It's sad, but nobody really cares unless it affects them directly. But we got a generation that's behind us that will wake up, and they will deal with this in such a way that we are not dealing with it. So we got to put the information out in the universe. So when we look at stuff like this, common COINTELPRO methods, bad jacketing, a method wherein negative but not necessarily damning information is put out about an individual. Negative but not necessarily damning information is put out by the individual. They are not direct accusation, but small tidbits of information that will put someone in a negative light. Listen to me. This is flipped now, so pay attention. Beware of gossipers and people who spread irrelevant negative information without cause. This information can be true or false. So in today's world, it's used to get in popular conversation to make yourself relevant. But you got to remember the whole point. Someone can say, Brother Tagabe, but it seemed like you gossiping. That's why I show receipts to everything. So it won't be, I'm just opening my mouth. This is why I have a screen share with everything that I say, I believe, have confidence, or I think somebody is up to. This is why. Because I don't want you to confuse me with a gossiper. I want to enlighten you. I want to get you critically thinking. This is the reason why every time I do research, listen, many people before Moorish World TV, they would sit up in front of their camera. They would sit up in front of their camera, and they would say, this one is that. That one is this. This one is that. That one is this. This one is that. Now, there was a few people that showed some receipts and whatever. But for the most part, you just seen a talking head. Moorish World TV makes it the business that when I say something, you're going to see something beside it. For the most part, I'm going to give some commentary, but when I say something, you're going to see something beside it. Because it doesn't make sense that you should just trust my word. For the damage that has been done to us as a people, you shouldn't just trust my word until I can gain your trust. So I keep a screen share with everything I say. And so when you see people used to get into popular conversation, there is no real beef with these people. Every time I talked about or represented a thought about anybody, I've always said these people came sideways to me. Now, on this picture right here, Tommy never said nothing to me. Yvette never said nothing to me. However, I seen a pattern that it appears to me that Yvette shows that represents the Trump philosophy. And that's how I pointed out. But she never said anything to me. But 95% of everyone that I've covered have said something to me first. I can name on my hand who didn't. Grandmaster Jay never said anything to me, but I just thought he was detrimental to our people because he's telling people to get out of there. You ain't getting my little fruit fly. You ain't getting in there. Because I thought he was detrimental to our people by telling people to bring their weapons out of their house. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, nah, that's crazy. That don't make no sense. You know what I mean? And so I started to do the research. You know what I mean? So I started to do the research. With that being said, this is why we got to pay attention. This is why we got to pay attention. Put it over here. This is why we got to pay attention at all times, because we never know. We never know. Now, let me take you back real quick. With that being said, I want to show you something. Did anybody, and you should be, is anybody aware of this guy? Anybody aware of this guy here? Anybody aware of this guy? Now, I know you may have, if you are aware of him, you may have seen a few videos or something, but I want to read something to you to show you how intricate this is. I want to show you how intricate this is, all right? This guy is called Darthard Perry, right? Listen to this. From 1970 through 75, I worked as a paid agent for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I was recruited by the FBI by Special Agent Brandon Clary. This is him talking. Presently of Los Angeles office. Presently of the Los Angeles office. I keep telling y'all that the office in Los Angeles produces more agents than anyone in the country as it relates to sidelining the efforts of quote-unquote African Americans. Everyone you will find, they either go to Cali or they're from there. Most of them are transplant. It's not the native Calis. Now watch this. In 1907, by a threat of having me arrested for violating the terms of a state probation, his name is Darthard Maurice Edward Perry, a.k.a. Ed Riggs, Bill Perry, John Gerson, Othello, and Crackerjack. He is 27 years old. For the last 5 years, he has been an informant for the FBI. During that time, and at the direction of the Bureau, he claims he has conducted surveillance on numerous black elected officials, including a similar Leon Ralph, California Lieutenant Governor Mervyn DeMalley, and Congressperson Ronald Dullum. Let me stop there for 1 second. Family, if the FBI will put surveillance on government official, what makes you think that you or our plight, even at this silly social media level, is not under the same scrutiny with people playing the role to be us, act like us, sound like us, but really not us? Why are we so confident that nothing is happening? It's weird to me, but anyway, let me read. It says, he has placed listening devices, bugs, in offices, assembly persons, Ralph, and at radio stations, KPFK. Family, this is the 70s. We know what today is with technology. He has conducted surveillance of scores of community meetings and events, using his position as a video camera person. Using his position as a video camera person. Using his position as a video camera person for the Watts Writers Workshop as a cover. He has conducted surveillance on SLA safe houses and has distributed radical literature given to him by the FBI. Given to radical literature. It's the white supremacist. Radical literature. It's the white supremacist. Given to him by the FBI. He has distributed radical literature given to him by the FBI. And we still sleepwalking. The white supremacists, the tethers, the bed wench, the white supremacist tethers bed wench. Are y'all woke yet? Y'all woke yet? Are y'all woke yet? For the Watts Writer Workshop as a cover, he conducted surveillance on SLA safe houses and distributed radical literature given to him by the FBI, which explains how to construct a simple T-bomb, how to build a self-igniting Molotov cocktail, and how to manufacture people's hand grenades. The government caught in an embarrassing position. Of having yet another agent reveal the most innermost secrets of their clandestine operations. Reluctantly admits that Darthel Perry was one of their own. Forced into that admission before federal judge Matt Byrne, Jr. assistant, when it starts to get to court. This is chess, not checkers. When it starts to get to court, we get to know who's what and what's what. When it starts to get to the court level, are y'all with me? Press 7 if you with me. Press, who, how did it get out? The government caught in an embarrassing position of having yet another agent reveal the most intimate secrets of the clandestine operations. Reluctantly admits that Darthel Perry was one of their own, forced into admission before federal judge. Anytime that someone accuses you of something, you can take it all the way up to the federal court. Checkmate. 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 Your life is only worth with you sacrificing. Understand. You move, I move. Just like that. You move, I move. Just like that. You follow me? That's just how it works. Anyway, let's get back to it. It says, before federal judge Matt Byrne Jr. Assistant U.S. Attorney John K. Cameron stated that there is no dispute that Mr. Perry has worked as an FBI, as an informant for the FBI. In a series of tape interviews and signed affidavits, Dr. Perry has spelled out his career and activities, as an FBI informant for the Free Press. Attorneys for KPFK Assemblyperson Leon Ralph, Lieutenant Governor DeMalley, Congressperson DeLooms, and the Congressional Black Caucus. According to those statements, Perry began his career in 1970 as an FBI informant while he was attending Sacramento City College. He was arrested for receiving stolen property and offered a deal by the FBI agent Brandon Cleary. If Perry would become an informant and conduct surveillance on various political groups and individuals in the Sacramento area, the FBI will see to it that he did not go to jail. Let me stop right there. Family, this is only 2023. The tactics may have been adjusted a little bit. The tactics of recruitment may be a little bit different. But you have people that you can bet your bottom dollar that they have been recruited for over 20 years, going from one mission to the other, reinventing themselves over and over and over and over again, and nobody suspect nothing. Nobody suspect nothing, because there never was a show like Moorish World TV to give you chronology of how this thing happens. We see stories. We read people that was COINTEL. But when we do it in real time, it slaps a little bit different. Follow what I'm saying? It slaps just a little bit different. You follow me? With that being said, check this out. This is just a clip. I don't have time to read everything, but I just want to give you an understanding of what we be up against. Upon reply from the Bureau, I was told this was a very good idea, that I should proceed in getting McNeil some phony ID and also give him the money to procure three or four handguns, and then also, see, this is the thing, man. Nobody never suspected this guy, because I'm about to break a story down how he gained confidence of people in a minute. Give me a second. Matter of fact, let's do that right now. This is how he gained confidence of people. He was a part of the writer's workshop after I think it was after the Watts riots, right? See this here? Now let me educate you real quick. You know what I mean? If you're not familiar with this, pay close attention. This is how he crept in. Listen, he crept in an organization that was for a good cause. And by that organization accepting him, he gained credibility. In today's world, all you got to do is be accepted in internet groups or internet platforms or social media groups or platforms. It don't even take that much now. You ain't got to go and sit with nobody. Nobody got to feel your energy. Nobody got to question you or see if you're nervous, see if you're sweating. Nobody have to do that no more. It's real easy now. You only got to turn on your camera and lie to people now. But this guy, this is what happened. The Watts Writers Workshop was founded by Bud Schulberg, a novelist and Hollywood screenwriter, in the aftermath of the 1965 Watts uprising. After witnessing the violence perpetrated by the LAPD and the National Guard and residents of Watts, Schulberg wanted to see the destruction firsthand. I got there and I looked around. 103rd Street, 103rd Street was mostly burning, but I learned that from that burning was selective. But I learned that the burning was selective. Some of the buildings was a fire and some not. But if selective, it's not a riot. That's a white word. It was an uprising, a rebellion, a violent put down by the National Guard. He spotted the old Westminster Association building on his drive and asked those inside if he could start a creative writing class. They obliged, and Schulberg posted a flyer promoting his creative writing class every Wednesday at 3 p.m. After a slow start, the class took off in popularity. The workshop garnered much media attention, partially due to the Schulberg's notoriety. Schulberg used his reputation to his advantage and solicited donations from a number of notable associates, including James Baldwin, Robert F. Kennedy, and John Steinbeck. Steinbeck proved particularly helpful, and he aided securing $25,000 from the National Endowment of the Arts for the workshop. That amount was matched by private donations. The NEA grant allowed Schulberg to relocate the class to a permanent site in Watts named the Frederick Douglass House. Hundreds of mostly black creatives flocked to Douglass House to write creative music and debate social issues. The house also served as a boarding house for members of the workshop who were homeless at the time. The Watts Writers Workshop became a thriving scene for black LA-based artists and provided a stage for several noteworthy writers, including Quincy Troupe, John Eric Presley, and Wanda Coleman. The Watts Writer Workshop continued to produce hundreds of thousands of words by creative black writers under the director Harry Dolan. Tragedy struck in 1973 when FBI informant Darthur Perry, who had gained the trust of Dolan and other members, burned down Douglass House and its new 350-seat theater. The workshop writers largely lost touch with Schulberg when Schulberg moved to Long Island, New York. Yet their legacy endured. Schulberg established a similar project in Harlem, New York, by creating the Frederick Douglass Creative Arts Center, which operated from 1971 to 2010. Now, what is that all about? You mean tell me that this guy Schulberg, after the Watts uprising, they called the Watts riots, organized to get people in a position to rebuild themselves and get into the creative arts, and the FBI sends this guy to gain favor, and you find out later in the FBI files that it was an FBI operation, that it wasn't a fluke? And you mean tell me in 2023 these smart people can detect the intellectual scheme against us? This was different back then. Like I say, he had to go in there. Right now, if you get somebody to think in a certain way, it's game over. You get somebody to believe that you're fighting for reparations, it's game over. They on hook, line, and sinker. They ain't got no office. They ain't got no organized board. They don't got nothing. They just start saying, give me reparations. They owe me. We want a check. They don't got no board of directors. They don't got nothing. And people fall for it hook, line, and sinker. And a person like me call it out, become the bad guy. But that's all right. I'll be the bad guy. I'll be the bad guy. But we're going to see it all the way through. We're going to see it all the way through. We're going to see it all the way through. I believe that the universe got my back, and I believe it's going to be all right. That we're going to see it all the way through. And what I mean, I believe it's going to be all right, that the time has come for us to see what's clearly going on. The time has come. And you can't stop the universe. You can't stop the universe. You can stop whatever you want. You can try to put it as a pit stop, but every move that one makes, that just becomes another door for the ultimate exposure. Every move that one makes to try to stop the universe from the revelations of what the people need to know, it only becomes another access. So what we see, no matter what you do, you just open another door for me to go in so I can be one step closer so the people can see how the code is cracked. I done cracked the code. We just go through the motions now. The code is cracked. Look at this. He says, then I was told to try to get him interested in possibly doing a bank robbery. This is what the Fed's telling people. It's different today because the operations are different. But the same type of manipulation and confusion and disinformation and distraction and the things that it takes to sit things on the sideline that stop progress is happening. And it's done in an intellectual way today and mainly through social media. McNeil then was very talkative, but would not proceed in said matter. Will Heaton then said it was about time for the fall of the Community Freedom School. He said that I would take 3 and place them into the library of the school. This stuff was put together by the FBI. Why? So when someone said, why they would have people on the building? Why would they try to bomb a school? What they watching you for? Why are they trying to shut down? Why are they trying to shut down a writers club? Why are they infiltrating that? People, the haters be in the chat. Well, why are they following you? They not following me. They got eyes on me to protect that. That's their investment, not me. You expose the investment, then the house of cards crumble. But that'll be a question. People say dumb stuff like that because they don't know history. They don't know history. History shows this. They about to blow up a school. At that time, I blew up on him. I said I do not think all of that stuff was necessary, and I think we should reconsider. That possibly left alone, the Community Freedom School would die on its own. I placed the bombs in the library. Subsequently, there was a raid on the Community Freedom School by the LAPD. The bomb charges were never brought against the school. But McNair Nelson was indicted on March 1975 for purchasing weapons. There you go. Set him up. Using false identification. Remember he said he was going to take him to purchase some weapons? Remember? That I should proceed getting McNeil some phony ID and also give him the money to procure 3 full handguns. But McNeil Nelson was indicted in March 1975 for purchasing weapons using false identification in the name of James Herbert Russell. Identification that Perry contends he gave Nelson at the direction of the FBI. The point of me saying this is it's stranger than fiction. Everybody asks me, why you keep doing this, Grand Sheik? Why you keep doing this? Because it's intriguing, number one. Number two, we need to see in real time so we don't have to repeat this next time. Somebody going to have to do it one day. Somebody going to have to do it one day. Somebody going to have to do it one day. Somebody is going to have to show the step-by-step process how we are always infiltrated, how we can never move forward, how we are always distracted and moved in another direction away from freedom. Somebody going to have to do it. It might don't be Targa Bay. Or it might will be me. Because I'm going to ride it all the way till the wheels fall off. Even if I do videos or it's just, we're going to ride it till the wheels fall off on this. We're going to see who you are. We're going to see who you are. You won't be able to hide no more. You won't be able to hide no more. We're going to ride it till the wheels fall off. That's it. Anyway, it says, to date, the FBI steadfast denied that Perry conducted any surveillance of Assemblyman Ralph Lieutenant Damali or Congressman. Of course they're going to deny that. Of course they're going to deny that. But anyway, family, with that being said, I'm showing this because at the end of the day, family, this is real talk. This is real talk. Sabotage. How the FBI sabotage Black America. It's being sabotaged now. And guess what? It's not being sabotaged by a white supremacist on the front line. It's the person that's doing the bidding for the white supremacist. That's it. Why is it so hard for us to understand? It's not the white supremacists that shut down movements. It's who they send. Well, it is them shutting it down, but it's who they send. It's who them send. It's not, they don't do it directly. So crying about the white man, crying about the white supremacists is a red flag. The white man, the devil, the white man did it. That's a red flag. That's a total red flag and distraction. Any movement that's built on that need to be questioned. Any movement built on that need to be questioned. It's okay to point out what the European has done. It's okay to acknowledge the white supremacy structure. It's okay to acknowledge what the intention was and what they might be. But it's not okay to ignore those who are doing the bidding. It's not okay. It's not okay. But with that being said, let's go a step further. Family, when you pay close attention, and many people may not like King for whatever reason. Some people try to say he's soft. Some people try to say he this, that, and the third. But whatever reason it may be, that's your business. But when you look at the COINTEL operation against Martin Luther King, it gives you some insight on how they are possibly moving today. Family, do you think you're supposed to see COINTEL operation right now? For real. You think you're supposed to see it right now? You're supposed to know what it look like. You think you're supposed to know what it look like? You won't know what it look like unless you know the past. And then you got to understand that they remixed it a little bit. The only way you're going to know what it look like if you know what the past look like, so you know what the remix look like. As this reads, from December 1963 into the death of 1968, Martin Luther King Jr. was a target of an intensive campaign by the Federal Bureau of Investigation to neutralize him as an effective civil rights leader. In the words of the man in charge of the FBI war against Dr. King, no holds barred. We have used similar techniques against the Soviet agents. Listen to what I'm saying. Martin Luther King is an American citizen. He's a citizen of the USA. They're using tactics that they use against foreign opposition and governments. And you mean tell me they didn't adjust their tactics for today's world? We the only one that's stuck behind in many ways. I mean, we the one that don't acknowledge that we're arguing. I talk about the Moors for a second. The Moors arguing about that this is our land, and you got China up on Mars somewhere, ready to touch foot down, and we talking about this our land. You got Moors talking about this is our Morocco, you know what I'm saying, and you got Europeans going all around the country, Chinese in South Africa saying, give me that. And Moors here talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like we as a people, you know what I mean, are the ones that are claiming all of this grandiose stuff, when the world moves right along past us. And when it comes to the intellectual ability to understand what's really going on in the world, it appears like it's just a small few. It's just a small few. And the small few, yeah, they can be a strong number, but the small few, sometimes they lose courage along the way. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes they lose courage along the way. I mean, because they get too emotionally involved. See, I'm not emotionally involved in this. Don't bother me. Don't bother me. I'm not emotionally involved in it. The moment that people get emotionally involved, they can't sleep at night. They can't eat. They getting beef. And then I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have a wife that be like, do your thing. I'm gonna take care of these babies. Do your thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean. And she on the fight on the issues that concern her that relates to our people advancing. So I'm blessed. But some people, man, the relationship fall apart, all that stuff go crazy. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, until we address this, we're gonna be behind. We're definitely going to be behind. We got to address the fox in the hen house. Let's talk about Martin Luther King real quick. Real quick. Matter of fact, before we do that, let's look at these FBI tactics right here. The purpose: to recommend attached item be given to news media on confidential basis as counterintelligence measure to help neutralize extremist Black Panthers and foster splits between student nonviolent coordinating committees. Now listen. Why do we always see these people on Fox News? Why do we always see these people on Fox News at one time? Before the social media era, we would see these people on Fox News acting like they opposition. Y'all don't remember? Why? See, if we know history, then we know how this works. But if we're not paying attention to history, then there's going to be a problem. We got to pay attention to history. Listen one more time. To recommend attached items be given to news media sources. In our era of time, the op goes right to the media source and plays the role of an opposition. In our era of time, they're not sending nothing to the media sources like they used to. They send the controlled person there. And we ain't paying attention. Background: there is a feud between the two most prominent Black nationalist extremist groups, the Black Panthers and the SNCC, circulating that statement. Now, ADOS and FBA. Secure the tribe, which is legitimate, but FBI. This is the same tactics. Thank you so much, Pootie Tang. It's black. You lucky, GS. You got the right woman. But the whole thing in a nutshell is the last line is said, this is biologically true, publicly to this effect, might have to neutralize the Black Panther recruiting efforts. See what I'm saying? But nevertheless, as we see that all of the feuds from organizations or even from influence where it initiates. All I did was say, hey, what's up with FBA? What is that all about? And it caused a big rift. You follow me? Now, with that being said, from December 1963 until the death of 1968, Martin Luther King was the target of an extensive campaign The FBI collected information about Martin Luther King plans and activities through an extensive surveillance program, employing nearly every intelligence gathering technique at the Bureau's disposal. I mean, wiretaps, which were initially approved by Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy. Now, Robert F. Kennedy would donate to the Watts program, yet he's also approving wiretaps. Wait now. This just shows you the contradiction. Were maintained on Dr. King's home telephone from October 63 until mid-1965. The SCLC headquarters telephones were covered by wiretaps for even a longer period. Phones in the homes and offices of some of Dr. King's close advisors were also wiretapped. The FBI has acknowledged 16 occasions on which microphones were hidden in Dr. King's hotel and motel rooms in an attempt to obtain information about the private activities of King and his advisor for use to completely discredit. Now, what am I showing that for? I'm showing you that in today's world, we don't have a Martin Luther King. In today's world, we don't have a Huey. We don't have a Malcolm X. We don't have any real leaders that they can target. So what they target is the prevention of one rising up. And so anything that is legitimate or starts off legitimate, they either send a check or they send one to cause the distraction. Family, it's not surprising that we haven't seen the likes of an evolved Martin Luther King all this time. This ain't strange. This ain't strange that we haven't seen an up-to-date Malcolm. We haven't seen an up-to-date Noble Drew Ali, Huey P. Newton. We haven't seen an up-to-date version of that. It's not strange. They on their job. It's not strange at all. But it's a reason why. Aren't we still suffering? I know some people are spoiled, but aren't we still suffering? Aren't we still suffering? Don't we still get the bottom? Even though even if we think we got a lot, we still get the bottom, or intentionally put in a place to get the bottom. Don't we still send our children to schools that misappropriate education, where one group of people is sit on a higher plateau than another group of people? Don't we ride down the street and our children is influenced by filth on a billboard? Don't we look at the wealth gap? So the point that I'm making is, the whole point that I'm making is that we still have issues where there is no one that has galvanized people. And it's not because one don't exist. It's because the state of mind of the people. The state of mind of the people. The state of mind of the people, they're either spoiled, they're comfortable, they don't trust, or they want the overnight meal ticket. They want the microwave salvation, the microwave liberation. And that's by design. So soon as someone steps up and say, this is this is that, this is this is that, let's move on this, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have those that distrust. by design. You're going to have those that don't have no patience to work the designed plan. They want microwave liberation. You're going to have those that don't see the importance because guess what? They can go punch their microwave. They can play with their iPhone. They can just go play with their remote for their TV. Their children got the best of Louis, Jordans. They can do all that. You know what I'm saying? So they're comfortable. So when someone says like, man, we suffering, we supposed to be doing better than this. We supposed to be governing ourselves. We supposed to have our own. People say, man, what we need that for? People say, what we need that for? We don't need all that. What we need that for? Shoot, I can go to the mall right now. I can go to TGI Fridays. and then somebody else say, you eat at TGI Fridays? Man, I don't pay less than $1 for a steak. $1, man. You got to go down there, man. $150, man, $100 steak. Who eats that? Start talking stupid and goofy. Look at the clarity in them stones, man. Ain't no clarity in them stones. Like, what? But this is the reason, and by design, that even when one step up, and today, the leaders got to be smart too. The leaders got to be smart too. Because one thing for sure and two things for certain, a lot of our leaders died broke. And it takes finance to uplift a nation. It takes finance to sustain a nation. And you don't have to grift to get it. People that want liberation, the small few, they will support. Get a little trade, get a job, you'll be all right. But if anybody ever noticed, when Malcolm Home was firebombed, him, Betty, and the children had nowhere to go. His total existence depended on NOI. How crazy is that? And this man was considered one of the most intelligent person of his time. But he put his whole existence in the hands of Elijah Muhammad. Not only him, his family, his children. You understand what I'm talking about? And you mean tell me that we can't examine that, learn from that, and learn how to be an effective leader and also be able to maintain and sustain ourselves as we fight towards total liberation? But this is the pitfalls that we fall in. We refuse to address the fox in the hen house. I'm telling you, I done cracked the code. Now it's going to be a minute before I reveal the code because you got to have some patience now. You got to have a little bit of patience. You follow me? One of the things that you're going to have to pay attention to that people never pay attention to, the words come out people's mouth that they slip in. Don't pay attention to what they say so much, the repetitive stuff. Oh, the tethers. Oh, the white supremacists, the white. That's the repetitive stuff. Pay attention to the stuff that they don't say a lot. Because the stuff that they don't say a lot is what goes in the subconscious. I tell you what. For example, one of the greatest tricks that I see on the internet from the way I examine things is a Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson will say 5 times, we're going to get the school up. The school is open on January this. And he didn't say this. I'm just, saying it like that. The school is going to open on January 2024. The school is going to open on January 2024. The school is going to open on January 2024. The school is going to open on January 2024. Now, I need you to hit the Cash App so we can get this done. Hit the Cash App so we can get this done. Did he go on and talk about the conversation of the day? And then he'll drop in the donation thing and et cetera, et cetera. Now, let me tell you something. People can donate their money to whatever they want to. The problem at most of all this, the problem with all of this is the manipulative part is what I like to address. It's not that people do what they want with their money. It's their money. Do what they want. But are people aware of the manipulative aspect of why they're donating their money? Do people even realize that the mental games that's being played? Do people even realize that the subconscious is being subdued before you go into your pocket? This is what we're addressing. We're not addressing what people do with their money. People can do whatever they want with their money. It's their money. We're addressing the mentality that allows someone to be dumbed down and manipulated for little trinkets of ideas. They don't even receive the trinkets. They don't even receive the trinkets. You see what I'm saying? Somebody said they are aware if they gave it. That's not true. People give in hopes of receiving the product of the ideal on the internet era. In this internet era, they want to receive the product ideal. So the ideal is we're going to have a museum. This is the ideal. And they see 3 floors, they see 4 floors, they see screening rooms, they see et cetera, they see all of this stuff. They buying into the ideal, not even the idea, the ideal. You feel me? But what I'm saying is we should be able to see it before we even buy into it. We should be able to see, hold up, this don't even feel right. Where is the board of directors? Where is the people that's going to secure the items? Where is those that's going to help make this a reality? Where is all the help? It's like I said the other night. You cannot be successful at anything without an organization and everybody playing their part to make it be something. Let me tell you something. Even in your personal life, you better have some friends. You better have some co-workers. You better have a wife. You better have a family. Somebody got to play a part in order for you to move forward. We're not an island unto ourselves. We're not an island to ourselves. Somebody working with somebody to make something happen. The only thing about the grifter is they are talking one thing before the camera, and behind the camera, they are getting help or working with those who are projecting themselves on us for manipulative purposes. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Let me show one more. Get out of here. This says about King. The FBI sought to influence universities to withhold honorary degrees from Dr. King. Attempted, look at this pettiness. So when people ask me, well, why would they be on the roof? Look at this pettiness. Look at this pettiness. Attempts were made to prevent the publications of articles favorable to Dr. King and find friendly news sources that will print unfavorable articles. Look at this. The FBI offered to play for reporters tape recordings allegedly made from microphone surveillance of Dr. King's hotel. The FBI mailed Dr. King a tape recording from his microphone coverage. According to the chief of FBI Domestic Intelligence Division, the tape was intended to precipitate a separation between Dr. King and his wife in the belief that the separation would reduce Dr. King's stature. The tape recording was accompanied by a note which Dr. King and his advisor interpreted as a threat to release the tape recording unless Dr. King would unlife himself. The FBI also made preparations to promote someone. The FBI also made let me read it to you one more time. The FBI also made preparations to promote someone to assume the role of leadership of the Negro people when King has been completely discredited. Family, this is the era that we are living in today. This is the era that we are living in today. Most of the people that gets the dominant influence on social media is put before you. No different than these rappers, no different than these products that we think that is the best thing since sliced bread. And the same thing with these people claiming that they fighting for reparations, claiming that we need to build this, we need to build that. If you ain't taking $1 million, getting a piece of land, and organizing people around to try to do something on that land, you ain't doing nothing. And all that crying that, we built it, they gonna take it. You begging and you're begging for reparations, and ultimately you're gonna give it right back. Because obviously you don't want to build nothing. And that's for the FBA people. Obviously you don't want to build nothing. But with that being said, family, I hope y'all would support this uncut presentation of giving you the whole breakdown of what's been going on since February. And like I said, I think I'm going to move it around. I'm going to move it around because I got to give you something that I got to give you something. BB, thank you for the Cash App, BB. Absolutely. Thank you for the Cash App. I'll make sure that I will send out the link. I think I want to. Hey, family, can y'all be patient with me? And I want to get y'all. I want to get y'all something really nice. Nicole Moore, how you doing, sis? I want to make sure that y'all get. I need y'all to get it. I need y'all to get it. So I need y'all to be patient with me. I think I'm gonna do it on Wednesday. I think I might. I mean, it ain't gonna be too far away. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be too far away. But I think it's going to be Wednesday because I want to get. It's something that you need to witness. You need to witness, and I already got it on the way. But I just don't know if it's going to arrive on. I just don't know if it's going to arrive on Monday. I'm just not sure. So depending on if it arrives on Monday, now you know what I mean. But I'm going to just bank on Wednesday because I want y'all just going to be blown away. I'm telling you, it's going to be something. Y'all just going to be blown away. I promise you on this thing. So let me just put the link in. The link is in the description. But I will also put the link in the I will also put the link into the matter of fact, let me put it right here. I'm going to search it real quick. Let me see. Moorish World. There it is. So if you go to Ticket Stub and you look up Tahaka Bay, it should come straight up. But here is the link, family, and I appreciate y'all, family. And one thing for sure, two things for certain. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I really appreciate your support because this support is going to actually help me do things. I mean, listen, I've been on this since February. You know what I mean? And without your support, you know, it would be a little bit difficult. And I say a little bit difficult because I'm gonna give it to the ancestors. You know what I mean? And the ancestors gonna give it to you to holler at me. You know what I mean? That's right. I don't believe in the spook ancestors. I believe that the ancestors gonna speak to your heart. I mean, absolutely. That's how I look at it. He gonna speak to your heart. She gonna speak to your heart. They gonna speak to your heart, and we gonna get something done. But I really think it's very important that the people, especially the citizens, actually see this in living color. I'm going to follow it all the way through. At the end of the day, the documentary is going to come out. At the end of the day, it's going to be a very fascinating story, and I think the world will appreciate it. It's bigger than YouTube. It's bigger than a podcast. It's bigger than a vlog. It's bigger than what people think it is. And I feel as though that the world will appreciate something being documented in real time. Now, let me tell you again. Let's say there's a chance that I'm wrong. Family, you're going to hear the biggest apology that you ever heard in your life. You're going to hear, listen. You're going to hear, Pootie Tang tripping. I'm going to ask my girl. You're going to hear the biggest apology you ever heard in your life. You're going to hear video after video after video expressing my remorse of the things that can be proven to be wrong. But if they can't be proven to be wrong, then the only alternative is I'm going to be proven to be right. But something going to give. It's going to be right or wrong. And we're going to ride it till the wheels fall off. You follow what I'm saying?
Me mash you up. Me broke up your little blood clot maga body.
It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time
Thank you for joining me tonight, family.
It's time for us to go hard. It's time
Tomorrow night,
it's time for us to go
Sister
hard.
Jamila will be in the building.
It's time for us to go hard. It's time
And we'll be talking about sisters' respect in the Nation of Islam.
The Moorish World TV. Come on, it's time to go. Ain't nobody going to deceive me.
That's right.
Deceive who? Deceive you. Never on my watch. Time to go pull out the pot. Turn off the heat. Let's make it hot. Don't be tripping on them frauds when you're rolling with the guard. Hey, Crips, Sonny, Boxing, Abu X, and Sean, Yasmin, and the Queen got Sean.
Shout out to Culture Soul.
Chamber, Ishmael Bay, and Zinsuna. Anybody they can get it if they're gripping on the fam. Moorish World TV, investigating all scams. Gon' check my record and please don't front. Come on, keep it a buck. I ain't been wrong once. From Sinetta and Polite and Tatar Street Bay, Zulu, Shabazz, and Grandmaster J. Word to God to all the frauds. I brought them to the knee, but they ain't nothing. Watch how I do to Tariq Allah Nasheed.
Shout out to Cheryl Douglas in the building. Thanks for your support. Jamila will be tomorrow.
Set them down. Let's go.
As we talk about sisters in the Nation of Islam. It's going to be on fire. Because I'm going to ask all the raw questions. I'm going to ask all the raw questions tomorrow night. So be here tomorrow night for Sister Jamila. We're going to be talking about sisters in the NOI. Peace and love, family.